So Fani Willis, that illustrious district attorney down in Georgia, wow, man, she came into office with such promise. Here she is being asked when she was a candidate why the people of Fulton County should choose her. And she said because the sitting DA is corrupt, the people deserve someone who won't have sex with their employees or put money in their own pocket. So let's see what she had to say back then.
The district attorney's office in Fulton should be the beacon of the Southeast. It should be the absolute best office between Washington, D.C. and Miami. And right now what you have is a office of dysfunction and corruption, and we deserve better. And I am the right choice to improve it.
Corruption, Ms. Willis, that's a strong word to level against the office that Paul Howard has run for nearly a quarter century. If he gets reelected, it'll be more than 25 years.
You have a DA sitting there that doesn't have the qualifications and the experience to do the job. What I can guarantee you is with my reputation, with my community ties, I am going to be able to attract the best and the brightest minds to that office. You're sitting with someone today that actually wants to make a difference because they deserve a DA that won't have sex with his employees, because they deserve a DA that won't put money in their own pocket when it should go to benefit children, because we deserve better.
All right. So look, I'm gonna give her benefit of the doubt that she meant it. But as Henry Kissinger said, power is the ultimate aphrodisiac. So once she got into office, it looks like she got horny. So Trump prosecutor Fani Willis fired a worker who exposed alleged $500,000 federal grant abuse. This is after she's already been caught up in a scandal having sex with an employee. Fulton County DA Fani Willis, who is under investigation for allegedly spending taxpayer funds on lavish trips with an attorney she hired while the two were having an affair, is being called out by a former employee for apparently abusing another federal grant. Willis, who is prosecuting Donald Trump for allegedly trying to illegally overturn Georgia's 2020 election results, was confronted by staffer Amanda Timpson in a November 19th, 2021 meeting after the DA's former campaign social media manager, Michael Cuffey, planned to use part of a nearly $500,000 grant for travel, computers, and swag, according to audio obtained by the Washington Free Beacon. On January 14th, 2022, Willis fired Timpson, who oversaw the office's juvenile diversion program, and had her escorted out of the building with 7 armed investigators, the ex-employee told the Free Beacon. In an interview with the outlet, Timpson said the purported abuse of the grant was very similar to Willis's office splurging on lavish vacations with private attorney Nathan Wade, with whom she was allegedly carrying on a clandestine affair. So she really cleaned up that office with her butt on the desk, it sounds like. So the Beacon has obtained audio of a whistleblower privately warning her. Willis has not disputed the allegations yet. And 56 days after telling her what was going on, Willis fired her. All right, so let's hear this.
If you had to give me a sentence, what is the sentence theme?
Once I told him about his, respectfully and in an email, about his lack of leadership and the fact that he wanted to do things with grants that were impossible. And I kept telling him, like, we can't do that, and questioning stuff. He would take me off projects, tell people I wasn't doing what I was supposed to because I questioned him. Because I understood, I helped write that grant. I knew what was in that grant. He told everybody in front of Crystal, Deontay, everybody, we're going to get MacBooks, we're going to do that, we're going to get swag, we're going to use it for travel. I said, you cannot do that. It's a very, very specific grant. Took me off. I questioned Junior DA. There's kids in there from out of the county, all this. Took me off Junior DA. I did not want to do it. He made it look as if I wasn't doing what I needed to do because I questioned him. Because I knew for a fact Mr. Cuffey respectfully did not know what he was doing, period.
So I respect that is your assessment. It was clear to me that you and Mr. Cuffey were not getting along. And I'm not saying that your assessment is wrong. I want you to really listen to the words I'm saying.
Cuffy, and this is my personal opinion, to one woman to another is dangerous to your administration. He tells people, when I reached out to you, he told me, you think your word is safe? Exactly when you reached out to Miss Willis, she called me and told me, she tell me everything. So once you reach out to her, she's going to reach up back out to me. So I didn't even go to HR, and he put Dexter's name on my PDP, and I didn't even feel safe going to anybody.
Can I tell you something?
Mm-hmm.
I have 3 supervisors that have failed in this building. What's interesting to me, because I'm in a learning curve too, they each pretend to have a relationship with me that they do not have. Mm-hmm. I guess that's an intimidation tactic. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry that you felt that way, but you, Dexter certainly don't have no relationship with Michael Cuffy. You were safe to go those places.
Okay, so she was safe until 56 days later. She got walked out by 7 security guards. So Matt Getz is weighing in. I'm calling on the House Judiciary Committee to immediately hold hearings on the misuse of federal grants by Fani Willis. The whistleblower in her office should be allowed to tell her story to the United States Congress, and Fani Willis should have to answer for any misuse of federal grants for personal lavish experiences. The Judiciary GOP would be derelict in not bringing Fani Willis before us for a hearing following the release of this explosive whistleblower transcript and audio. Let's get to the bottom of this. Okay, so file this under Donald Trump is very lucky in his enemies. There's a good deal of evidence that the special prosecutor she hired, who was paid over $600,000, was using some of that money to go on lavish trips with Miss Willis, and presumably they were having an affair. One of the people that she's indicted under the RICO statute, there have been 18 people in Georgia that she's trying for election interference in regards to the 2020 campaign. One of them is suing, and her and her alleged lover both going to have to appear before a judge February 15th. So far, they have not said yes or no about the allegations. And now you have this, which, of course, I mean, this is very typical Donald Trump. As they say, the devil has the devil's luck. And whatever you think of Donald Trump, from Hillary Clinton to Fani Willis, he is very lucky in the people who have come to take him on. Keaton?
Yeah, no, he is like the roadrunner. And everybody on his trail just, they got the TNT ready, the dynamite, and he's got them, boop, and then the wire is up their ass and it blows them up. Yeah, no, absolutely. Devil has the devil's luck. And, when I was in New Hampshire in the run up to the primary, I talked to a ton of Trumpers on the line, or Trump supporters. I don't know. Is Trumpers a slur? I don't know. Trump supporters. MAGA affiliated individuals, I'll call them. They
Trump identified.
Trumper identifying individuals. They have full confidence that they're not going to touch him, that he is going to, skate by all these cases. I said, are you worried they're going to throw him in jail? Now, some of these guys are a little paranoid. They think anybody who has a camera is the media, right? The fake news.
Yeah, right.
I'm not the fake news. I'm just a freelancer doing this thing for a YouTube channel. But a lot of them got pretty hostile. They said, what do you mean? Go to jail? Why? I said, relax. I'm not saying he should go to jail. I'm saying, do you think they're going to try and throw him in jail? Because obviously the deep state has it in for him. They have full confidence. They're not worried about this at all because Trump projects that exact same confidence. And this is why. He has to commit a crime in the jurisdiction of like some small town, where everybody is clean as a whistle, right? Because you talk about New York, Atlanta, DC, these are all crooked towns, right?
Right.
He has to do something, on a country road somewhere.
Yeah.
If they want to catch him.
You know what he has to do? He has to flick a cigarette out the window. Yeah, he has to flick a cigarette out the window during wildfire season.
Yeah, exactly.
Something like that.
On a state road in Montana where everything's on the up and up, good, simple, salt of the earth people. Because DC, New York, Atlanta, there's going to be shit on all these people.
What it reminds me of when they made the sequel to Silence of the Lambs. What was that? Hannibal, I think.
Yeah, Hannibal. Yeah,
and a lot of critics observed that because the character of Lecter was so popular, they had to recruit Gary Oldman to play a more loathsome person to make him look good by comparison. Right. That, to me, is Donald Trump's political career. He's constantly playing off Gary Oldman in Hannibal, and he always looks good by comparison.
Yep. Nicer hair, too.
Nice.
Hey, come see us do a live stand-up show. We're going to be in Omaha, Des Moines, Milwaukee, Lansing, Michigan, Bend, Oregon, Portland, Oregon, Seattle, Washington, Philadelphia, Avenel, New Jersey, Boston, Palm Springs, and more. Go to jimmydore.com for a link for all those tickets. See you at a live show.